I did it. I did it. Um, I'm shocked. I'm amazed. It worked. Um, if you're watching this video and you're confused on what it is I did, I recommend you go back and watch my previous video that I recorded earlier today and uploaded before I made this video, to see what it is I talk about towards the end of that video. Um, uh, but I did exactly what I said I was going to do, and it worked. Um, I can't believe it. I finally completed a pit in half the designated time, and it was all because of a few slight changes I made. So let's go over those changes. I'm gonna come over here and I'm gonna pull a piece of equipment out. Where to go? There it is. I'll put this back over here just so we can kind of go over it. So watch the video in the corner there, right in that corner. We'll try to point way over here. Ah! So watch the video. I decided in my previous video, I talked about trying to come up with an Overpower variant of the Grenades of Deathtrap build that I do, and have been working on for my second character of Season 7. And in my previous video, I mentioned that I was thinking about trading out the Banished Lord's Talisman with the amulet that I was wearing previously that had the Trickster's aspect on it. And then the idea was to take the Trickster's aspect and maybe place it on the ring, and then take the Vehement Brawler's aspect that was on the ring and place it on the dagger that I was wearing, just another skill that basically gives like a very minor increase to grenade stuff. And so I did just that, right? I did just that. I made those changes. I put Tricksters on the ring and then moved the Brawler's aspect to the dagger here. Then took the amulet off, which caused me to lose a little bit of cooldown. And then I put the Banished Lord's Talisman on. Now, in order for Deathtrap to really trigger a lot, you need your cooldown on it to be at 10 seconds or less is the recommended. My cooldown is not 10 seconds, it is 11 seconds. In my previous video, you'll see that it was at like 8 seconds. So, you know, I lost a 3-second cooldown there. But as you can see in this video, I'm still triggering Deathtrap quite often. The minute I shoot off Barrage, Deathtrap pretty much cools down very, very quickly, and I'm able to cast it quite often. I'm sure I can find a way to get the cooldown to be 1 second or less more. I just got to figure out a way to do that. Maybe I can trade off something on the Trickster's ring here to get cooldown instead of an increase to critical strike damage. But the general thought and idea process here was that because Deathtrap becomes a core skill based on the Scoundrel's leathers, if you can get enough primary resource spent fast enough, Deathtrap and your grenades would now benefit from the Banished Lord's Talisman. So either your grenades themselves are going to be critically striking and overpowering, or your Deathtrap is going to be critically striking and overpowering, one of the two at all times. So keep in mind that on our abilities here and in our Paragon, right, we have, get this board over here, we have the Cheap Shot board has our explosives glyph in it, which is giving us a 1300 plus stun grenade damage increase, and then a 30% multiplier to that as well. Now, that being said, Tricksters is giving our Caltrops, Smoke Grenade, and Deathtrap the stun grenade benefit, right? So they all get tagged as stun grenades. So if you look at them all, let's go over it. Okay, grenades is not only a core skill now, but it's also a stun grenade as well as a regular grenade skill. Shadow Step is what it is, but Deathtrap is now not only an ultimate, it's a core, and it's a trap, and it's a stun grenade. So it's going to receive the benefits of anything that benefits those. So that being said, yes, while our attack power, pretty much doesn't change with these two, our armor does, as you can see, right? Armor goes from sitting at 2,000 to just barely sitting at 1,000 when we trade that out. I'm not too sweating that. I know it's not where it needs to be. But with our witch powers, using the Vengeful Servant here, giving us a damage reduction, and then our Harlequin Crest giving us a damage reduction, and then of course our Dark Shrouds that we're getting based on our runes that we're using on our weapon, giving us a damage reduction, and then of course, Dark Shroud, we're using the one that reduces everything massively. So we've got points in that as far as our abilities go. On the skill tree side, right, we're putting points into Dark Shroud enough to get some damage reduction going on here and some movement speed increase. We could increase our critical strike chance if I took a point away from something and put it in here. So I don't know, but we could also, heal for our maximum life. I don't know. We could mess around with that and play, but the biggest thing here was we traded talismans or amulets. We went with Banished Lord's Talisman. I moved the Trickster aspect to keep the stun grenade tag on my Deathtrap and Smoke Grenade and Caltrops. And then I moved Vehement Brawler to my weapon here. Now, because of Scoundrel, tagging everything as core skills when it comes to trap and grenade skills, they're benefiting from this talisman here. And if you watch the video, watch that video closely. I know I started the recording of it a little bit late, so I probably actually could have ran through this Pit 100 a little better. You're going to see a lot more oranges and some blues happening now than in any of my previous videos for this Deathtrap build. And not only that, if you watch my previous video, I have a video in the corner playing where same Pit 100 level, did not get any better than about the 4.5 minute mark by the time I hit the boss. I was sitting at, I think it was like 4 minutes and 39 seconds remaining when I got to the boss. In this video, I hit the boss with 7.5 minutes plus remaining. And watch how fast this boss goes down. So much faster now because I'm critically striking more often now and overpowering with the critical strikes. That's why there's more oranges in there, right? So I'll take it. I just crushed that pit in 7 minutes. And as you can see, I'm very, very happy about it. And that's what you want for a true S tier build, right? You want to be able to beat the pit at level 100 with half the time remaining to do it. And I think I could probably even get it faster because something that I'm about to tell you that you don't see originally is when I was fighting in this pit, I actually only switched the amulets. I had forgotten to take my Toadling's Wish, I think it is here, out of this amulet and put it in this amulet. So I wasn't getting the Growth and Decay 35% more potent portions of this build. So I actually did it with one less power ability. And I think it'll be a lot faster now with that occult gem added in there. So there you have it. I think this is the first true Overpower variant of the Grenades of Deathtrap build, and it works, and it works great. Like I said, I just need to get Deathtrap to come down just 1.01 seconds more on cooldown, and I can cast him more often. And I'm going to find a way to do that. I will find a way to do that, even if I have to kind of remaster work something to get better cooldowns. Maybe I can redo the master working on the Harlequin Crest and get the 29% cooldown reduction to get a little bit higher. If I can do that, then that's going to be perfection right there if I can get it below 10 seconds. And so the idea here is Barrage is the way it all works. Barrage, are using it to eat up all your resources, right? And that's based on the Beastfall boots here, right? You cast an ultimate skill, and then your next core skill will eat up all of your energy to do an increased damage amount. We don't really care about the increased damage amount here so much, because Barrage is going to be our core skill that eats up all the energy. So that's all we care about, is we're eating up all of our energy here. So right now the energy is at 178. To make the numbers easy, I'll just say it's 180. That means I'm every fourth cast, right? So if I'm shooting up Barrage, that's 180. Then I'm doing Deathtrap. Then I'm doing Barrage. That's another 180. That is 360 as far as the energy consumption goes, which is more than the 275 needed to trigger the Banished Lord's Talisman. And then so immediately after that, either my grenades or my Deathtrap, whichever one is cast, is then going to trigger the Overpower, right? Because either one of them is considered a core skill, so it doesn't really matter. And grenades is now a stun grenade, so it's getting the benefit of the explosive glyph. And then trap is also considered a stun grenade, so it's getting the benefit of the explosive glyph. But both of those, due to Scoundrel's Leathers, are also considered core skills, so they're getting the benefit of the Banished Lord's Talisman. And they're triggering the Overpower. And if either one of them critically strikes, then, we really get a massive damage boost here. So the idea is to be able to cast Deathtrap as often as possible. So I need that 10-second cooldown there. And then I think at that point, I'm going to have a true Overpower variant build. It's not every single attack that's overpowering. It's about every third to fourth attack. But as fast as the attacks are going, it's enough. It's enough to constantly overpower. If you watch that video that's playing up in the corner there, you're going to see that there is a lot more oranges. There are blues that are popping off for the overpower side. You're going to see those oranges happening. That's critical striking and overpowering at the same time. And the damage is much higher, right? I'm consistently hitting into the 100 millions of damage as well as billions damage at times. And I'm just going through it much, much smoother, much, much faster than I ever have before. So give it a shot. Check it out. Watch all my previous videos about the Grenades of Deathtrap build that I've done. And then once you hit that certain level where you need to be, try swapping out the amulets and rearranging your powers a little bit there, and go for your own overpowered variant build. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised and you will greatly enjoy it. I'm looking forward to continuing this line that I'm moving along with this character here. It's still not my Bloodwave Necromancer, but it's a much better build than it was just a bit ago, and I'm very, 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 very pleased with where it's going. So like I said, all I got to do is just get that cooldown where it needs to be, and if we can do that, this is going to be a great, great variant. So give it a shot. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and like everybody else says, don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoy what I'm putting out. Thanks again, and until next time.